In today's video, we're talking all about the single seed potatoes. So these, for those who don't know all about that, it's Steve at Digwell Greenfingers YouTube channel sends out a single seed potato to lots of different people, or arrives in the post, and then we cut those up so you've got individual chit on and growth sort of sprout on each one, and then plant them up all separately, and then just see how many potatoes we can get out of a single seed potato. So we managed to get ours into 9 different buckets, and they've all gone over now. So today we're going to start harvesting those and see what we've got. So this is our first bucket. As you can see, this is a stalk. Let's get a bucket for the potatoes. So let's have a bucket here, put the potatoes in. As you see, pull that straight out. There's some nice potatoes in there. We didn't do very well on our potatoes this year, generally. But these ones did really well, so and growed really well. Look at these. Look at that. So that's like 5 potatoes already out of that. Oh, another whopper there. Look at that. So I'm hoping that actually these single seed potatoes are actually gone all season. We'll get some good results out of. Now some of them were smaller than others. Let's get that bucket out of the way. So that's bucket 1. Okay, let's have a look at bucket 2. And see if that's as good as the first one. Wow, look at that. Look at that. That's a whopper, isn't it? Another good one there. Now, I don't know what variety of potatoes these are. I'm sure Steve will tell us in all good time. A couple of smaller ones there. Couple more. This one's looking at another little one there. All count, they all count. So that's bucket number 2. Let's get the next bucket. Tip this one out. See what we've got in here. So that's because we've had all the rain lately. These have got quite wet. Wow, wow. Look at these. I think this is probably the best year we've had for the single seed potatoes, even just looking at those first 3 buckets. Now those were some of the stronger chits. We have got a few other buckets where the plants didn't develop quite so well, so we'll have to see how that goes. So let's have a quick root around in there. Anything else in there? I can't see anything. So that's bucket number 3. Right, let's have a look. Number 4. And, oh, I was going to say there doesn't seem to be a lot in here, but actually Some lovely potatoes there. Oh, these are quite surprised at how many we've got actually. We've actually got some real whoppers in there as well. A couple of little tiny ones, we won't bother with those. On to bucket number 4. Again, I can see some lovely potatoes in there. Now this soil that we're pulling out of here, still nice, good soil, but obviously the potatoes used up most of the nutrients from it. So we'll mix that up with some of our existing compost from our composter, along with some other stuff like some fish and bone or something, and we'll put that on the beds. And we'll use that as the top layer for the beds and refill some of the beds. Okay, these are the ones where you had them in bags where we run out of pots. So let's see how these bags are done. Because I don't normally use these bags. I normally use the pots, but we didn't have enough big pots for the potatoes, so we ended up putting a few in these bags. So I'm interested to see how that does. Let's get one of the spare buckets and see if we've got any potatoes in here. Not looking hopeful at the moment. But there we go. Look at that, baby. Whoa. These are some big old potatoes. And so I don't know what variety they are, but so I'm assuming we'll probably try and use them with jacket potatoes and see if that works. Now these next 3 are all ones where the plant really didn't start getting going. So this is like only like half a bucket, but we'll still see what we've got going on in here. And if there's anything in here at all, a couple of little tiddlers, reasonable, decent size one there. But that's about it for that one. Because that was one that was developed really late, and it never really took off because we had it in like half a bucket of compost waiting for it to grow up, but it never really grew up at all. And then this is another one where it was late to develop. Still got a bit of growth on there. We could have probably left that one a little bit longer, but we want to get more harvested at the same time. Let's see what we've got going on in here. A couple of nice good ones. Another good one. I think that's probably about it for that bucket. And then our last one. I did see quite a big one in here somewhere. Wow, look at that. Another splendid couple of potatoes there. Another one. So there we go. Let's just tip that wheelbarrow out. Let's have a quick look at what we got. Let's just tip these out gently into there. So there we go. So from a single seed potato, we've got all of these. I have to work out which is the biggest. I think probably maybe this one, or maybe this one. There's a few absolute whoppers in here. So gonna get these washed off, and then I'll do the weigh-in video for Steve. So there we go. That is our single seed potatoes, and that's all the potatoes that we got off of just one potato. So I will submit the results to Steve, and when everybody's submitted their results, he'll publish the actual total weigh-in. But that's a good fair amount of potatoes there, so don't want to estimate quite how much it is. Look at the quality of them. They're not bad quality. There's a few bits and pieces, and there's a bit of a damage on some of them, but I'm sure they'll be delicious. So I'm going to get those washed off and weighed in, and I will see you again next time. Cheerio.